In the United States, the head of the powerful National Rifle Association appeared on the Sunday morning talk shows today. Wayne LaPierre is forcefully reiterating his call for armed police officers at every school in America. And he says he's willing to pressure lawmakers to make it happen. As Brian Moore reports, it comes as millions of Americans flock to gun shows ahead of what they fear will be tighter rules on owning a gun.
If it's crazy to call for putting police and armed security in our school to protect our children, then call me crazy.
Silent for days after the Connecticut shooting tragedy, America's powerful gun lobby fired back today in a Sunday talk show tour de force.
And the average guy in the country values his freedom, doesn't believe the fact he can own a gun is part of the problem.
More people in this country were beaten to death than were killed by long guns of all kinds, including the so-called assault weapons.
The National Rifle Association and its allies are pushing back against the latest push for new gun laws.
They want to focus the debate on new laws and new prohibitions, and I'm saying that's the wrong debate.
Well, I own an AR-15. I've got it at my house. The question is, if you deny me the right to buy another one, have you made America safer?
Supporters of tougher gun laws disagree.
Trying to prevent shootings in schools without talking about guns is like trying to prevent lung cancer without talking about cigarettes.
It will be a debate left for the next Congress, with no new legislation expected until mid-January at the earliest. The NRA has time on its side, as well as millions ready to fight for their constitutional right to own guns.
Right after I made my next contribution to the NRA to defend that right to bear arms, I came down looking for a gun.
The shelves used to be full. I mean, the guns are going out like hot dogs at a ball game.
Gun shows like this one outside of Atlanta have suddenly become a booming business. So many people showed up, many had to be turned away.
Like someone was saying earlier today, the only thing that can stop a bad man with a gun is a good man with a gun. So I thought that made a lot of sense.
A similar scene in Kansas City, Missouri.
They're panicking now. A lot of people are buying it. I think they wanted to, and they think now they had to buy it before it gets banned. If they have, they will get to keep it.
Gun purchases now being driven by fear of the government. Brian Moore, Global News, Washington.